Hi, and welcome to another edition of Bauer Business Bites. My name is David Tighe. I'm the Managing Director of Bauer Media here in Northern Ireland. And every week we catch up with some members of the business community in Northern Ireland. We kind of find out what's going on. We try to get some insight and analysis from different sectors. This week it's my absolute pleasure to welcome Niall Devlin to Business Bites. Niall is the Regional Business Banking Manager for Northern Ireland for Bank of Ireland. I hope I've got that right, Niall.
Absolutely perfect, David. Yeah, thank you, and I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's great to catch up. And Niall, you've got a great job. You really are at the cutting edge of businesses here in Northern Ireland. So, just briefly, give us an overview of your role.
Well, I look after 5 business centres for Bank of Ireland. Bank of Ireland have 6 business centres across NI, and I look after 5 of those. So it's the regional business centres from Derry, Omagh, Marrowfell, Portadown, and Newry. So we help businesses engage in their growth plans, help support them with sort of financial guidance, direction, and the financial products. So it's an interesting role, and this year has been a particularly exciting and eventful one, I would say.
Well, yeah, I think that's safe to say. It certainly has. And as we approach the end of this year and perhaps look forward to next year, it's probably a good time to reflect on some of the things that have been happening. One of the things that Bank of Ireland are definitely known for are the BTAs. Can you just explain a little bit about the BTAs? What is it? What does it stand for? Where have they come from? What are they?
Well, BTA are the Bank of Ireland Begin Together Awards. So the Begin Together Awards are one part of a 3-strand programme that we launched this year. In response to the pandemic and recognising that businesses, communities, charity groups, etc., were all struggling. So the 3 strands, the first strand is the Begin Together Fund for communities, and that is ran through the Community Fund for Northern Ireland, and we help and provide emergency funding to community groups. The second is the Begin Together Fund for colleagues, where we help and support charitable organisations that our colleagues are involved in. And third, as you mentioned, there is the Begin Together Awards, which is a set of awards that was new and unique and is part of a £3.3 million programme, 3-year initiative aimed at helping and supporting communities across Ireland. So this year, as I said, it was launched. It has been very, very successful. We have had over 300 applications across Ireland. We had 30 across NI, and we had 3 fantastic finalists in NI, and ultimately 3 award winners. So it's been a massive success. Those awards as well, they bring together not only a little bit of prestige and recognition for those communities, but they also bring a financial reward, which helps those organisations put on other programmes that they maybe would have struggled to do just with the ability to fundraise in the current environment. So it's been a huge success this year, and something that at Bank of Ireland we're very proud of.
That's fantastic. So it really is about the spirit of enterprise, as I understand it. So perhaps just give us a little flavour of those Northern Ireland finalists. Perhaps tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, well, the 3 finalists were Newry, Enniskillen, and Dromore via Wings. So Newry were competing in the city category, and for context purposes, they won first prize. They won a prize of £9,000, and for context, they were up against Grafton Street in Dublin. So it was a huge accolade for them to win. One thing that came across very clearly to the judges about Newry was the fact that they brought community, business, and public sector together, and they spoke as one voice, which really has helped create a very vibrant and positive community in the Newry area, which helps people who live in Newry, work in Newry, or do business in Newry. Enniskillen was very different. Enniskillen, their focus has largely been in retail and tourism, and Fermanagh and Omagh District Council have done tremendous work with industry bodies around Enniskillen to try and regenerate and bring trade back to the town centre after the impact of the pandemic has been felt. And the judge were really impressed about how creative they were and the focus that they had in doing so. And Dromore via Wings it's a social enterprise based in Dromore, initially founded to help try and combat poverty in the local area. They've expanded the range of services. They do tremendous work, and they give a very passionate presentation on how they had reached out to the most vulnerable in our society, those who were cocooning, those who were self-isolating, and how they supported those whenever they weren't fit to get out, whenever they were struggling for food and for other sort of emergency fundamentals. And they again did a very, very impressive presentation. They won £9,000 as well. And I think whilst the three organisations all were very different in lots of ways, it was very inspiring how the communities in each of those areas came together to help combat the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, the three. Even though we've just had a short amount of time to listen to the stories, they sound three very, very inspiring projects, and the way that they've approached that. So I suppose there's some learns there for all of us from those particular categories. That I suppose coming together, working together, looking after those that are perhaps vulnerable in our community. All of those things are very, very important. And I think those awards have probably shown that, haven't they?
Yeah, very much so. For me, the thing that resonated, I think, with judges in each of the categories was how people work together and work together brilliantly. And for me, I think the perfect example is Newry. So Newry competing against Grafton Street, one of the most iconic shopping streets in Ireland. Newry as a small player in comparison. But the fact that Newry, the business improvement team there, came together, pulled community, business, public sector together, created a very innovative shopping fob to help promote buying local. It was just a terrific example of how we are very strong whenever we pull together, and no matter how big your competition is, we all have an ability to succeed, to thrive, and Newry was a prime example for me.
Great. And as we look forward to 2021, hopefully better times ahead for everyone. What's your feeling on 2021 from I suppose, from the banking perspective, but also from these awards? I mean, they're going to carry on next year, and perhaps if someone's watching this, they might like to get involved.
Yeah, 2021, I think we're all hoping is a year of recovery. We've heard an announcement this morning just of a vaccine being approved in the UK, which is very positive news. I think we will all have a responsibility to help and to contribute to ensuring that the economy rebounds, but also as well that we, from a well-being perspective, both mentally and physically, that we all contribute to both our own improvement and improvement of those around us. The awards will continue, and I think this year has been a great success for the awards. And I think lots of people will look in now and say, well, we actually have a really good project, we have a really interesting project, we have a brilliant story to tell. And I think lots of people will take comfort from the fact that, some of the local organisations here have succeeded. So, for me, I'm very proud of the part the Bank of Ireland has played in helping support these communities through the pandemic, and hopefully the recovery post the pandemic. And I think for people who are looking at the awards today, I would encourage them, make an application. We have seen how good and how positive and how uplifting an application and success within the application process can be. And you never know, the person listening to this today could be our next award winner, David.
Well, let's hope so. And if they want to get in touch to find out more about these awards, do they just pop into, even though that might be a challenge, but do they get in touch online? How do you get involved in these awards?
Yeah, well, look, all our local branches are very aware of the application process. So if they are in a branch, please speak to the branch manager, and they will help direct them. It's on our website, and again, my email address I think will go out along with this podcast. So if anybody wants to contact me, I can help and guide them along the way in the application process, and we'd be delighted to do so.
Well, Niall, we wish you and all the employees of Bank of Ireland in NI all the very best for Christmas and into the new year. And good luck with the awards. They are fantastic. And we're all behind some NI winners, of course. We want them all.
Absolutely.
And best of luck for Christmas and the New Year. Thanks for being our guest this week.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, David.